Everyone, Daredevil has come and gone, so it is finally time for my final spoiler review thoughts on episode 7 and 8 of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Okay, everybody, so let's quickly talk about episode 7, because I think the main thing to talk about from episode 7 is that it was a really awesome setup. Episode 7 and 8 were clearly part 1s and part 2s. And I think episode 7, as I just said, is a really good setup and felt really good in its own way as a standout episode. We see Karen back in prison, and it was awesome to see Fisk deal again with the loss of Vanessa, how he wakes up in the mornings, he's putting on black to symbolize loss, and we really see his ruthlessness. You know, Mayor Fisk is now no more because there's no more Vanessa. All that Fisk kind of lives for now is getting revenge on Daredevil, because as we see in these 2 episodes, it is hammered home. Fisk actually sees himself as the hero, and he sees Matt and Karen as the villains. Matt Murdock returns, it's that WTF moment, oh my god, what? And Fisk is like, take out Murdock, just kill him at this point. And the AVTF, who throughout the whole season I've been calling them the AVIF, so I apologise for that. The AVTF try and take out Matt, and they fail, and that's where we get on to episode 8. But although I'm gassing up episode 7, and I have some problems with episode 7 and episode 8, BB Uric is now so unlikable that I don't know how she can be redeemed. Daniel, god, what a scene. Buck just brutally murdering him. Part of me kind of didn't want them to keep cutting back. I just wanted one long shot of Daniel being beat up and then killed. What a sacrifice. I mean, he was redeemed. He redeemed himself. And just that cold ending with no music, but just the aftermath of the gunshot. Whoa. It's the most emotion Buck's shown in the show so far, which is great. He actually seemed really sad that he had to kill Daniel. Obviously, you don't have to kill anyone, but, I mean, part of me actually wanted Daniel and Fisk to have a final moment. Maybe Fisk could say, like, I don't know how disappointed I am in you, but no, even in episode 8, they just like, oh yeah, Daniel's dead, by the way. And Fisk is like, oh well. So, I guess that's supposed to symbolise that Daniel didn't mean anything to him anyway. Also, Heather Glenn, everything they're doing with her, turning her into Muse, it's kind of a wacky plotline, and I still don't like it. And I still think they're confused and are really muddying the waters of the character. I just don't know where they're going. And every time Heather Glenn appears, I just think, oh, this character's been done so dirty. But now let's get on to episode 8. Episode 8, let's talk about it. The season finale. Okay, this was a great episode. Daredevil's reveal. I am Daredevil. That was so tough. And honestly, if you had told me that's where Born Again was going, first of all, I would have said, what are you talking about? But now that you say it, it actually makes complete sense. Fisk, as mayor, has always had this looming threat over Matt's head of, if you get involved, if Daredevil messes up my plans, I'll reveal that you are Daredevil. And so what does Matt do? To save Karen, to expose you. It just shows how bad things have gotten, because think about how much Matt is costing by doing this. By revealing his identity, Matt knows that he will go to prison for Daredevil's crimes, and in America, when you go to prison, you can't be a lawyer again. Matt is sacrificing his whole life to get Kingpin out as mayor. That's how terrible of a dictatorship people are in. And, you know, the shot, the slow shot when Fisk, and the over-the-shoulder shot, the push-up when he's coming into court, it's all so good. Daredevil has the you can't handle the truth moment where he exposes Kingpin, and it's just so tough, and Matt's like, I'm Daredevil, so now, everyone, shut up, because I am now going to say what I saw. I saw him smuggling weapons, I'm a witness, here we go. The downfall of Fisk in one episode is bonkers, and he just completely loses it. And in his rage, he just tears through all of these people dressed as Daredevil. It is a gory scene. It is chronic. You hear the cracking of backs, of necks. It was terrible. It was terrible, but it was terrible in a good way. That sounds so bad. It was terrible, but what was good about it being terrible is it shows that Kingpin is back. This guy that you felt sorry for in episode 5 when he lost his Vanessa, No, you should not feel sorry for him. Look at this man. Look at what he calls justice. Look at what he does to the ordinary people. He thinks he's saving New York. Look at their hatred. And then it all culminates in... Someone pointed this out in season 1 of Daredevil, when Matt and Fisk meet in the diner. Matt mentions retribution. What does Fisk say? Is this your retribution? It's so good. The camera shots, I think Channel Pup or Channel Dog said it, and I couldn't agree more. You know, the whole season was shot beautifully, and I just think they knew what they were cooking, and they knew what they were leading to. And because they had good storytelling, they could lead into this peak finale, if you will. So Fisk takes the deal. Now, my mum said that, you know, he should go to prison. Well, he's been in prison, number one. But number two, I don't think New York or the US would want to have a mayor in jail. That's pretty bad press while he's in office. But I actually think that exile is so much worse, because throughout this whole season and season 1, he talks about how much he loves New York, and I think in a twisted way, he thought he was doing what was best, kind of like Thanos. But he's stuck on the island that Vanessa wanted to retire to. He is stuck with an everlasting memory that Vanessa told him, we should go, we should leave New York. He is stuck on that island, and that island is always going to be a physical reminder of what he's lost. It's a great ending. But who goes to prison? Matt Murdock goes to prison for the crimes of Daredevil, and it's just a great scene. He immediately surrenders. He gets on his knees before the cops arrive. It was just heartbreaking because, you know, us, the viewers, because we follow Daredevil, and we followed him for 5 seasons, we see him as a hero. But in the eyes of the law, he's committed some crimes, yeah. And so he has to do time, and Matt understands that, and it's, you know what, it gives the perfect feeling of bittersweet. Sweet, because we got Fisk out of jail. Bitter, it cost Matt everything. I didn't expect it to be as sad, and they shut the door, and that's how we end season 2. And so, I don't know what season 3 is going to be. I think it's going to be basically Defenders season 3. Dude, everything in season 2, the camera was better. The suit, Daredevil suit, was the best it's ever been. Ever. Even better than in the Netflix show. This is the best that Daredevil has ever looked in live action. I thought Jessica Jones' inclusion was a nice touch in the final 2 episodes. I thought that it was really good that she protected the Senator. And Luke Cage showing up to get us ready for season 3. Bullseye gets his redemption, although he's still quite bad, but I get he's trying to move on. That was great, and now he's with Mr. Charles, who I think was still a wasted character this season, but maybe they have bigger plans for him in the future, but I think in this show he was completely wasted. And so, we'll see what happens, we'll see the future, but season 2, man, wow. Wow, wow, wow. The best thing Marvel Television has done. I did not think that Loki could be topped, but it has been, and I'm really glad, because it shows that Marvel is, I think, actually getting back on track. So, this is great news. I loved season 2. Guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.